So we took the train to the station where somebody's supposed to meet us to take us to the compound, or whatever you want to call it, the eco village. And yeah, it's really, really hot, and there's nobody here to meet us. So we arrived here in Tamera yesterday afternoon, and were shown to this room, one of the guest rooms at the guest house, part of the complex of Tamera. Most people who are attending the meeting that we are either camping in tents or staying in cabins or dormitories, which are basically long tents with cots, and they're gender-specific tents. So yeah, we've been treated very well here. They have a vegan diet, so all of our meals have been fruit and vegetable, but it's been very good, colorful food. Missed our meat with dinner last night, but other than that, I haven't been really feeling too concerned about not having the meat content.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I really miss meat. I want like a big steak.
Yeah, we'll get meat when we leave, but we're gonna be here for a few days. It's a pretty nice compound, lots of just gardens and paths and trees and countryside, and blackberries growing along the paths, as well as garden strips. And our meeting yesterday began with this kind of round of people sharing their projects. We have like tables set up, about 10 tables, and each table represented one project, and there's about 50 people or so in the group that we're having our meeting with. So 10 people ran their tables, and then the other 40 would move around between those tables and learn about the different projects. So we did 2 rounds of that, so there were 20 projects represented, including the Blackfoot Digital Library, which Adrian was doing. So we're getting ready to go into day 2. I don't really know what it holds for us, but originally we were told not to film or photograph here. In fact, we signed a contract coming in. Yesterday, talking to our group, I learned that we can do some filming and photography with the group, and that we can show, otherwise in Tamera, we can show landscape and architecture. It's just not cool to be videotaping the people. So I'll see if we can get some visuals to share. This is the pathway we walk to go to our meeting. Barefootedness is totally acceptable here. So I haven't worn shoes since we arrived. Would be my preference.
I have to wear shoes. I can't walk around without shoes.
Yeah.
And feet are too young.
This is a lake that's reserved for the use of the animals. Tamera.
What is out there?
They got lily pads. I don't know if they're lilies.
Pink and white flowers.
Right. And they've got all these garden strips along the paths. Some of the cabins. Blackberries. It's one of the, I think that's a male dorm there.
Yeah.
Tent encampments in the meadows. It's very dry and hot here.
Hotter than Hawaii.
Different kind of hot.
Yeah, different kind of hot, but I think it's still hotter. And it's a dry hot here. In Hawaii it was kind of a little bit of humid hot.
Mm.
But this is like dry.
Plus you had the ocean to jump in Hawaii.
Yeah.
We've got a pond here that we can jump in, but we haven't tried it yet.
No. Yeah, it's the fairly small pond, but maybe later today when it starts getting super hot.
In all of these areas that are occupied, well, a lot of these areas that are occupied, we've got these screens from the sun. These big screens set up, kind of shade you.
Extremely helpful.
Yeah, they are.
The sun is.
Yeah, they are. It would be brutal without them.
At least 8 or 9 degrees cooler in the shade.
They've got like tree houses and stuff for kids to play. And they got these signs here and there. This one, 12 Theses for a Non-Violent Earth. Different ideas about how to live, how to create a non-violent society. And I guess that goes along with the vegetarianism, you know.
Yeah.
There's a field out here where they play soccer, where the residents play soccer. And then this is what they call the temple. And this is where they have lectures and meetings like the one that we're going to do today. Big building. And you're supposed to be barefoot in there. So this is a pond where people are allowed to swim, encouraged to swim, as distinct from the other pond that's for the animals.